There are a lot of things that I want to share with you on this podcast. Best practices, industry insights, introduce you to the best people in distribution and manufacturing, as well as let you know what's going on in the B2C world and the B2B world. And today, I want to make you aware of some new announcements that have happened over the last week and how it applies to your business. Hope you enjoy it. Pretty fascinating things have happened over the last week, and I think it's important that you know about these. But first of all, so I listened to this fascinating podcast recently from Modern Distribution Management, MDM, and the interview was with Prentice Wilson, the VP of Amazon Business. And I immediately, when I listened to this, I got the whole interview transcribed because what he says is really a big thesis behind why I'm doing this podcast. I want to start off by reading a few snippets of what he said. Now, if you go to b2becommercesecrets.com, that's the URL for the podcast, /2, that's episode 2, you can download a worksheet that has a lot of what I'm going to talk about today in it. It has the links in it, has some of the transcription in it. I think you'll find it fascinating. So again, this is Prentice Wilson, VP of Amazon Business. VP of Amazon Business. Okay. He says, when we first launched Amazon's business, obviously we knew there was a big issue and big opportunity to solve the long tail needs of businesses. Amazon has a broad range of products as well as a broad range of suppliers, and we simplified the buying experience so we could quickly come in and help our customers solve these needs and be able to help them reach more suppliers. So he says long tail needs. I kind of liken this to the grocery store. So on a daily basis, you probably visit the grocery store for milk and eggs and bread and things that you need. But if you want something unique, like a special grass-fed butter or coconut oil or some kind of special beef jerky, you probably might go online for that, right? These other items, the things that you don't get every day, are called long tail items. Many distributors actually see more sales and or more profit in their one-off and unique purchases, and that is what Amazon is capturing. He continues, one super exciting thing for us as we engage with our customers a lot and we hear from them and we stay very much obsessed on meeting their needs, and our customers have continued to push us to expand our relationship with them, and now we are definitely broadening our reach to be able to support larger customers with broader numbers of employees through their procurement systems. In doing so, we are actually bringing a lot of these suppliers into the customer's ecosystem, and that we do all the heavy lifting of the e-procurement system engagement. We all do all the heavy lifting of figuring out how to set up payments and payment processing, and we essentially enable all these suppliers, whether they be local or minority suppliers, to be able to reach customers. Okay, you hear what I'm saying? So they're trying to bring suppliers into the customer's ecosystem, small suppliers, minority-owned suppliers, and allowing customers to have a broader set of suppliers. Another key thing in there, and if you go to the worksheet, actually it's not just a worksheet, it's you can actually download these slides to be able to use in a presentation to your executive team. I highly encourage you to do that. And it's got even some of my notes in there as well. He talks about heavy lifting of the e-procurement system. Guys, listen, what Amazon Business is doing today is not as important as what Amazon Business is doing for the future. They have built, I think, over 50 integrations to e-procurement systems, okay? So you know that your large customers use e-procurement systems, maybe it's SAP or Oracle or some of the other big ones, to control their spending. And they require their people to use their e-procurement system to do all their purchasing. That's what a procurement system is, right? It's also called an e-purchasing system. Amazon has built integrations to all of those purchasing systems. They want to be the punch out. They want to be, listen to this, they want to be the punch out of every major system. They want to be the out of the box punch out for every other major system. All right, he continues. We see it coming to fruition and hear from our customers that it is really solving a big need for both the buying customer as well as the suppliers. Well, what's fascinating about this interview is he keeps talking about customers and suppliers, solving the needs on both sides of the table. Our marketplace is geared to simplify the buying experience and to help suppliers reach more customers, and it does both things. He says our marketplace is geared to simplifying the buying experience. We're going to talk a lot about that in this podcast. How do we simplify the buying experience? Notice it's not simplify the shopping experience. Your customers are not shopping. They're buying for their job. And Amazon's trying to simplify the buying experience. All right, the last part of this. We have a whole team, Prentice Wilson says, that focuses on improving the supplier experience. So it's easier for suppliers to work with us to further improve and grow their spend with customers. Bringing more suppliers into the ecosystem for customers so that customers increase their spend with the suppliers. We also focus on customers, and there's a broad range of capability that we make available. For example, there's improved data analytics that helps customers view and track their purchases. They can track their spend with minority-owned businesses, for example, and they can track their spending in certain categories, and it just helps them better manage their purchases. Listen, everything Amazon does is about being hyper-obsessed about their customer. Some of their customers are suppliers. Some of their customers are actually customers that are spending, and they address both sides of the table. It's a pretty fascinating interview, right? I think you've got to be able to take a couple things from this. I think you've got to understand the integration with the e-procurement system. Amazon thinks it's important. I think it's important. We've got to integrate with our customers' e-procurement system so they can punch out to our catalogs, they can find the products that they want, and then they can finish the purchase in their systems. And then that purchase, yes, comes over EDI often. Should you be tracking e-procurement, EDI systems, punch-out systems in your e-commerce business? Absolutely. I think we also got to take this idea of supplier and customers. How are we treating our suppliers? How are we enabling our suppliers to reach our customers? And then, of course, how are we hyper-obsessed about our customer? All right, so again, b2becommercesecrets.com/2 if you actually want to get the worksheet that goes along with this. You can download the slides. The slides have all of the quotes from Prentice Wilson. You can use them in your own presentations. Has some of my notes in there as well. But a couple other fascinating things happened this week. I'm going to move away from Amazon, and I'm going to come back to Amazon in just a second. First of all, Kroger announced. Kroger is the nation's largest supermarket chain. It said it's teaming up with Nuro, a 2-year company started by 2 veterans of Google's self-driving team to launch a fully driverless delivery service. Last mile, right? Last mile. A pilot is going to be rolled out later this fall. And in the beginning, they're going to start using the self-driving test vehicles, but we're going to be using human safety drivers to make sure that deliveries are made okay. We all understand the risks associated with this, of course. But listen, driverless cars to deliver product for grocery chains. Listen, I know that last mile, I know that delivery is an issue for most of you. You look at Amazon, you're like, they're delivering things in 2 hours. I mean, in Baltimore, where I live, they deliver product to my house in like 2 hours, and I can pay a few dollars more and get it within 1 hour. That 1 hour is averaging around 38 minutes. So I can push a button in Amazon and have something delivered to my house in 38 minutes. That is crazy. You're probably trying to react to this. There's a lot of ways we're going to talk about how you deal with this, but one way to deal with this is through some innovation, and Kroger is looking at driverless cars to be able to actually deliver. The link again is at b2becommerce.com/2. You'll be able to see the link there. I think the link might be in the worksheet. But these cars look really, really cool. They look like kind of half Cooper Minis, if you will, like golf carts, enclosed golf carts or something like that. But what kind of innovation can you use to look at the last mile delivery to your customers? Okay, the second announcement is about Amazon. Amazon just launched a new business opportunity for entrepreneurs, and in the headline on CNBC says, Amazon says this business opportunity could make you up to $300,000 a year, and here's how to get in the program. First of all, great copywriting, CNBC. I love that. It brings people in. So last week, Thursday, Amazon announced a new business. It says almost anyone with enough savings and a desire to be their own boss can do it, and that is staffing and operating a fleet of delivery trucks for the e-commerce giant Amazon. The program's called Delivery Service Partners, and it's hoping to solve the problem of last mile delivery. Again, last mile delivery, right? With an initial investment as low as $10,000, according to Amazon, an entrepreneur can start a business that hires drivers and leases up to 40 vans to deliver packages from warehouses to homes. The drivers are going to wear the Amazon branded uniforms with Amazon Prime logos on the vans and the uniforms, but the businesses will be completely owned by the entrepreneurs themselves, but you'll have a contract with Amazon to complete deliveries. By the way, Amazon said, you don't just have to do that. Like we've already got you deals, third-party deals on the ability to lease vans and getting insurance and buying mobile devices with data plans. They're trying to wrap this into a nice bow for local entrepreneurs. Look, the reason I bring these up is last mile is an issue. I mean, your customers' expectations are changing where before they expected things in a couple days, and then next day, and now we're looking at 2-hour delivery or 1-hour delivery. And how do you compete with that? There are so many great ways for you to compete with that. I mean, first of all, you too can hire some local 1099 people that all they do is pick stuff up from your warehouse, pick some up from your branch, pick stuff up from your distribution center and deliver it to your customers. You can do that. You don't have to own your own trucks. You can hire someone with their own truck or their own car to be able to deliver this. Have you tested that out yet? Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But the point is, last mile delivery is going to be more important. The expectations are changing, and we have to be able to deal with that and do our own innovation to figure out how to best serve our customers. How do we become hyper obsessed about our customers, kind of wrapping this back to the beginning? Hey, grab a copy of the slides with Prentice Wilson and the links at b2becommercesecrets.com/2. The only thing I do ask from you, if you do like this podcast, if you think it's got some legs, some potential, would you go to iTunes or Google Play and just like it, give the stars, could? Maybe provide a comment. Go to b2becommercesecrets.com. Give us some feedback. What do you like? What do you not like? What topics do you want to have covered? We really appreciate you listening. Have a great day.